Okay, here we go. We're all fours. Toes are curled under. If I could get you to do this with your shoes off, that would be amazing. Eyes on the horizon. Remembering your nose can point down to the ground, but your eyes still look up. If this cranks your neck, stay here. Breathe in, whole spine lifts up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, front body comes up into the spine sandwich. We sit back, reverse it here. Breathe into this constriction. Breathe out, lift from the pelvic floor. That brings you forward 5 times slow. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out, pelvic floor lifts, diaphragm lifts, ribs knit in. Sit back. Breathe in. Let your head go as you sit back. Breathe into the constriction. Breathe out. Lift your eyeballs. Lift your hips. Really slow. I know we don't love the slow. Keep breathing in. Embrace the slow. Sit it back. Almost done with this one. Let the head go. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out. Lifting that pelvic floor. Eyes lift up. Just 2 more. Sit it back. Head drops. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift it up. Eyes go to the horizon. Last one. Breathing out, we sit back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we've got just 5 rocks. Try and keep your breath going, expanding. Eyes on the horizon and contracting. Just 5 times here. Already to 3. 4, we're crawling back into our tiny seed pose next. Crawl it back, crawl it back, crawl it back. Flip those knees up. Curl into yourself. Breathe into the constriction. We're going forward to down dog. Seed pose to down dog. Let your head go. In this position, don't worry about legs being straight or heels being down. Really think about being lifted by your hips and pressing your rib cage down toward your spine. Breathe in and expand. Breathe out. Stop yourself with your front body. And curl it back into seed pose. 5 of these. Yes, keep breathing. In and expand. Out. So once you don't need my video anymore, then you can do this at your own fast pace. Press that rib cage towards your thighs. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out, really lifting belly, lifting pelvic floor as your knees come back down. Great job. I assume you're doing a great job. 2 more. Crawl it forward. Hips lift. Let that head go in your down dog. Last one. I may have lost count. 5. Back into our seed pose. Now we're crawling all the way forward, this time into Sphinx. All the way forward, all the way forward. Belly comes down last into your Sphinx. Root your pubic bone, pressing through your whole forearm. Eyes on the horizon. Press the tops of your feet. Root your pubic bone. Breathe in through your nose. Fill up through your vertebrae. Drag those hands back and back into child pose. Let your head go in your child pose. Breathe in and expand into the constriction. Breathe out. Slither or crawl it forward. Back into Sphinx. Pulling your chest through. Just 1 breath here. And back into your child's pose. And really we're just flowing here, not holding the child's pose or the Sphinx pose for more than 1 breath, because this is like a massive extension for your spine. Breathe in, eyes on the horizon, pressing through your elbows, chest lifted. On the breath out, that's what drags you back into child's pose. Breathe in. On the breath out, lift your belly. That's what sends you forward into your Sphinx pose. Good job. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out. 1 more time. Slither it forward, and this time we're going to pause in the Sphinx pose. Head nods. Eyes go up. Eyes go down. Really tiny motion here. This is just a huge Extension and contraction for your cervical spine, so you don't have to do much, just 5 times. And again, you might not even really look like you're moving, just eyes go up and down. And then we go eyes right, eyes left, eyes right, eyes left. Lift it through your chest. Keep breathing. Great work. Press yourself back up to all fours. We're going to do our thoracic spine rotations. So these are the ones that we did with our hand on the bench in the park. Lifted through your spine. Your right hand is going to move over to the middle. So I'm directly between my knees here. My left hand is going on the back of my head. I'm going to breathe in, curl into myself. So my elbow comes to meet my elbow. Elbow comes to meet my elbow. On the breath out, I'm raising up, following it with my eyes. May not go very far. Breathe in, curl the elbows in. Notice I'm staying equally weighted on both knees here, so I'm not really shifting to one side. So it might be a tiny range of motion, just 5. Breathe in as your elbows come together. Breathe out, spine stabilizes as you lift up. Breathe in, fill up. Breathe out, lift that pelvic floor to stabilize your spine. Yep, and I'm really pressing into the ground here to open myself up. 5 of those. Other side, shake out your wrist if you need to. Other side, hand comes on the back of the head. I'm lifting the back of my head into my hand and I'm pressing the ground away. Curl in, breathe in, open up, breathe out. And it is okay that you're not equally mobile on both sides. We are not symmetrical. We are human. Only robots are symmetrical. And good robots aren't symmetrical. Or they wouldn't look human. Oh my gosh. Breathe. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out. That's what drives the opening. Just 5 here. Good job. Okay, last move is that hinge that we did where we're reaching our hips back to the bench. So you can totally stand up and do this on a wall, but you can also do it right here. Pressing my shins down into the ground. I'm going to take a deep breath in. As I breathe out, I'm reaching hips back, hips back, hips back, pulling in through my pelvic floor. Breath in here. On the breath out, I'm going to lift my pelvic floor first and then sit it back up. Hips go back. So I'm not just, right? I'm really reaching those hips back. Hinge, 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 reach, 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 reach. Breathe in here, breathe out from your pelvic floor. Straighten it up. 5 of these. Or you can definitely go and do this. Booty reaching towards a wall, booty reaching towards anything you want. And that is your quick, I think it was 5 minutes. Okay, well that was 8 minutes, but I talked a bunch. We'll get it down to 5 minutes. Mobility flow every day between now and Saturday. All right, bye guys.